You keep telling yourself you need more discipline, you need more motivation, you need to stop being lazy. But what if laziness isn't actually the problem? What if the thing you call laziness is your mind trying to protect you? Because think about this, you don't avoid everything. You can spend hours doing things that require no effort, scrolling, watching, planning, thinking. But when it comes to the things that could actually change your life, something feels different. You hesitate, you delay, you find reasons, and eventually you start asking yourself, why am I like this? Maybe that's the wrong question. Maybe the better question is, what am I protecting myself from? Think about the things you've been putting off, the conversation you know you need to have, the idea you've been saying you'll start, that change you promised yourself you'll make. You tell yourself, I just need to get motivated. I'll start when I have more confidence. I'll do it when the timing is right. But have you ever noticed something? The timing is almost never the problem. Because when something is easy, you don't wait for motivation. You just do it. The hesitation appears when something threatens the version of yourself you've become comfortable with. Most people think they're afraid of failure, but I think something deeper is happening. They're afraid of what failure would mean. Because failure isn't just an event. The mind turns it into a statement. What if I'm not good enough? What if people judge me? What if I try and prove myself wrong? So your brain creates a solution. Avoid the situation. Avoid the feeling. Avoid the possibility of discovering something uncomfortable. And for a moment, it works. You feel relief. But here's the part that most people miss. The relief is teaching your brain something. Every time you avoid discomfort, your brain remembers. It learns. Stepping back keeps us safe. So the next time you face something difficult, the resistance becomes stronger. Not because you're weak, not because you don't care, because your brain is repeating what it believes has protected you before. The problem is, what protects you in the short term can trap you in the long term. This is where things change. You stop asking, how do I force myself to do this? And start asking, what am I afraid this will reveal? Because sometimes the thing standing in your way isn't a lack of ability, it's the fear of finding out what happens when you finally try. The Stoics understood something important. You cannot control every outcome, but you can control whether you let fear make the decision for you. Discomfort is not always a warning. Sometimes it's an invitation. So the next time you feel yourself avoiding something, don't immediately call yourself lazy. Look closer. Ask yourself, what am I protecting? Maybe it's your comfort. Maybe it's your pride. Maybe it's the fear of being seen trying. But remember, the person you want to become is always going to exist outside the place your mind feels safest. Think about that. You don't become stronger by eliminating discomfort. You become stronger by proving to yourself that discomfort doesn't control you. So ask yourself, what am I protecting right now? And is it protecting me or keeping me the same?